Okay, we are live. Sorry I was late, but yeah, today we'll be doing Pokemon Moon with Mewtwo. This was a member-suggested run by Shadow Stitch. Not Shadow Stitch, Shadow Trait. There's two Shadows who speak frequently in this channel. Shadow Trait. She used her member-suggested run to make me do Mewtwo. And honestly, I think this is going to be a very good Pokemon. Oh, let me change the moveset on the overlay. That's Roma Tissie's moveset. Mewtwo's TM moveset might be... Oh, good god. Yeah, that's the one disadvantage of my overlay is sometimes the movesets just look like that. Yeah, not much I can do about that. Marshadow and Zero Aura? I mean, who knows? It'll have early issues. It will, because this thing's starting moveset is Psywave and Confusion, and the very first mandatory trainer has a Dark type, so we're either going to have to get Struggle or train in the wild till level 8 and get Swift. But at least it's only level 8. Once we get Swift, we're all good. It's not like what we had to do with Lunala, where... I think with Lunala, we had to grind to level 17 for that thing. Charge Beam for the fish. Yeah, this Pokemon gets everything it could possibly want. Ice moves, electric moves, Focus Blast, Solar Beam, Energy Ball, Charge Beam, Calm Mind. And via level up, Miracle Eye, that move is banned to level 100. Power Swap, Guard Swap, Gross, Cover, level 57 Psychic. Good thing we get the TM a lot earlier than that. Aura Sphere at 70. That's a shame though. I would love to use that over Focus Blast. Amnesia, Mist, Me First, and Psystrike. Also, even though Psystrike is at level 100, we can use the move relearner on the top of Mount Lanikia to learn it, because with a heart scale, she'll teach you any level up move, even moves you shouldn't get yet. So if we wanted, we could have Psystrike for the league. Which, who knows, it might be good. It's, for those wondering what Psystrike is, it's a 100 power special psychic move, but it deals physical damage. So it uses Mewtwo's special attack, but the opponent's defense. For some Pokemon that won't be good, for some it'll be really good. It was changed to level 70, from 100 to 72. Yeah, there was no reason for that. And get this, I remember with Volcarona in Gen 5, they gave it Fiery Dance at level 100. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, hopefully y'all had time to look over the stats in the move pool, because 154 special attack is insane. So for our nature, I'm going naive to increase our speed and lower our special defense. We'll have Calm Mind for that, so it's not going to be a big deal. Will this be the time where Psychium Z is worth it? I don't even know how to get it. I know it's in that desert place, but I've never gotten it before. But no, I don't think it'll be worth it, no. That thing is just way too out of the way. If John Calibro shows up, we can ask him if he's ever used it in a Sun and Moon run, but I don't think it'll be a good idea to grab it. But yeah, do you guys think... Yeah, we definitely need to do some planning. I am not going to go into Moon playthroughs blind anymore. I did it with Kyogre just because it's Kyogre, but I think this Pokemon specifically, it's a Psychic type in a region with a lot of Dark types. We're going to need to do some planning. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to Kingler Calc. I'm going to move the timer down here. Actually, N1, not really with Twisted Spoon, because inside Coney City, you can actually purchase the odd incense for, I think, $4,000 or something. So you can just buy it there. But yeah, we're going to need to do some planning, because we're using a Psychic type. Kyogre is just an absolute beast, so I felt fine not planning anything. Yeah, let's look at Kukui. Alright, Mewtwo. I think level 70 for the slow group with rare candies is a good estimate here. We're gonna... No. Not timid. Naive nature. And also for our ability, I'm going with Unnerve. What Unnerve does is, it prevents the opponent from using held berries. Very niche, but pressure is just straight up pointless most of the time. Alright, so I'm going with Hidden Power Dark for perfect stats. I can't really think of us needing a specific hidden power typing, because, just look how much coverage we get. Like, is there anything we don't have coverage for? Pretty much no. I guess fire. Wait, no, we have fire. Pretty much water. We don't have water coverage. But theoretically, we could go Hidden Power Water if we want to, but the fire trial is also the poison trial. This is better going plus special attack. I kind of disagree. Sun and Moon is such a fast game. Unless proven otherwise, we're going to need plus speed. But 130 speed is absurd, so maybe we don't need it. But if you think about it, giving ourselves the extra speed might mean we don't have to buy Carbos. Because if we have 130 speed with no boosting nature, we might have to buy Carbos. But if we have the plus speed nature, we won't need it. But we'll see. Okay, so Kukui, level 70. We already outspeed everything in the game without EVs. I mean, we're bound to have, like, at a minimum of 50. Yeah, that's probably a little absurd. Let's try a different nature. Let's try... what's plus Rash? 217. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, we'll change our nature to Rash. Alright, so for our moveset, I'm thinking Calm Mind, Psy Strike, Flamethrower, and Focus Blast. Alright, so let's assume 100 special attack EVs. And let's just assume, like, 50 and everything else. Kukui was not the former champion. You, the player, were the first champion. Anyway, let's take a look at ranges here. With no setup. Psy Strike would one-shot. Psy Strike, one-shot. And here's the difference between Psy Strike and Psychic. Psychic does not kill Ninetales. Psy Strike does, because it uses the defense stat. But on some targets, Psy Strike won't be as good. But I think Psy Strike is going to be good for that Snorlax. It actually does more damage than Focus Blast. But on the Lycanroc here, Crunch does like a third. So what we could do is use one Calm Mind, and that'll be enough to just sweep everything. Basically everything with Psy Strike. We'll have to Focus Blast the Incineroar though. And the Magnezone's a two-shot no matter what. But there's really nothing he can do. We could theoretically be a lower level and be fine. But then again, level 70 is... That's basically you save your rare candies for the league. That's what it is. You just save them for the league. But yeah, let's think of... I think I'm only going to write down some... I'll write some notes. I'll write some notes down. Just some real basic stuff. Probably not. I don't think the Psychium Z is worth it at all. That thing is so out of the way. Plus, Psychic offensively really isn't that great anymore. Okay, so, can we learn Shadow Ball? Yeah, Shadow Ball. Alright, so yeah, Acerola is going to be easy. And then there's Hala, which will just be Psy Strike. Let's take a look at Hala's ranges, though. I'm going to go into the league at level 68 after candies, which I think will be fair. And here's one thing. Knockoff is only going to do 27 to 31, but if we have a held item and it gets a bonus, 40 to 47%. I don't think any of his Pokemon have Sturdy, so maybe what we could do is, if we need to, we'll use a Calm Mind. But looking at this... Ooh, look at that. Even though Psy Strike deals physical damage, it still one-shots Beware. That is nuts. Yeah, Hala is a complete one-shot sweep. Alright, let's do Kahili next. I don't even think we'll need Flamethrower for this league at all. Because Shadow Ball... is going to be not a guaranteed one-shot, but Skarmory is never a one-shot no matter what you do. Psy Strike one-shot, one-shot. Alright, so yeah, we will have to two-shot that with Focus Blast. But Punishment does hardly much, and Punishment actually does more damage when you have Setup. Look at that, one Calm Mind brings it to a third, and it doesn't really increase ranges here much. But then again, if we can just set up here effectively for free. What we would have to do is set up 2 Calm Minds, and that'll be enough to one-shot the Mandibuzz with Focus Blast, and then that was Psy Strike. Or Creo has Teeter Dance. Yeah, but we'll outspeed in one shot, it's not a big deal. Alright, I think Olivia might be the hardest because we have to deal with 2 Sturdy users. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to hold a Citrus Berry, or a Chesto Berry for sure. Yeah, effectively just Chesto Berry. Maybe not a Chesto Berry, we could just one-shot it. Yeah, it's a shame we can't really... Wait, Energy Ball. We get Energy Ball, right? We do. Energy Ball is actually right next to the rare candy in the Lush Jungle. So, theoretically for this fight, we could just run Energy Ball instead for consistency. Energy Ball, one-shot. Nothing one-shots that Carbink. Nothing will two-shot that Golem. Okay, we're gonna need Focus Blast for that Pokemon. And then Energy Ball the Lycanroc. Alright, so in the notes, each Energy Ball over Shadow Ball. Focus Blast the Robo Pass, Energy Ball the rest. And on Kukui, the only moves that we're really using are Psy Strike and Focus Blast. That's pretty much it. And there's really no need for a held item because Energy Ball just one-shot the Relicanth. So I think, what would be our main held item? Usually our generic held items are like Shell Bell, Leftovers, Expert Belt. I don't know, this thing I can't really think of a beneficial held item, but we still have to look at the others. Even though we routed the league in Kukui, we still need to look at how Gladion in the final Lusamine fight. I effectively say this game has the final 8 trainers, because the final 8 are actually very difficult if you don't plan them. Let's take a look at Gladion first. Something to heal the paralysis? True. I guess before Olivia, we could just give it a Cherry Berry. Or for Kukui, give him a Cherry Berry, because we're going to get paralyzed. Good idea. Alright, so 67 here. Let's see. Weavile one-shot with Focus Blast, Psy Strike one-shot, Psy Strike one-shot. Side Strike would not be a one-shot on this thing. Because this thing will be a fire type. But he leads with the Crobat, and will outspeed it easily. Gladion. All mine. Oh wait, we're not gonna have Side Strike yet. This will be Psychic. That's still fine, right? It'll do less damage to this thing, but if we have the one Calm Mind, guaranteed one shot. Yeah, Side Strike won't be a thing till afterwards. Yeah, I caught on to that. Doesn't Totemfish have the Electric Berry? It has an... I think the Totem Wishy-Washy has a Citrus Berry, but having Unnerve will prevent the Citrus Berry from working. Can it learn Psycho Cut? I think it does learn Psycho Cut at level 36. But the difference is, Psycho Cut is a physical move, and I don't know if you know this, but our physical attack's only 110 to 154. I mean, 110 physical attack is still great, but for the slow level up group, it's really not the best. Because remember, because of the slow level up group, we're not going to be that over leveled at all. Like at the very best, we might outlevel the opponent by like 2 levels. Oh yeah, and for most of the game, we'll hold on to Charge Beam until we get Calm Mind. Alright, how next? Alright, so yeah, right here, Thunderbolt doesn't really do that much to us. We can set up one Calm Mind. We'll have Side Strike by this point. Dude, Side Strike at +1 defeats Raichu. That is nuts. Even that. Alright, we need to look at the Lusamine fight. Also, I believe N1 mentioned before the stream started. Let's see, where is it? We need to consider the potential applications of Psych Up on the last 4 totem fights. It's an actual good idea. Do we get Side Strike by level up? We do not get Side Strike by level up. But we get it by TM, but I don't know where the Psych Up TM is. Route 12. The Beat Trial Guide at the entrance? Route 12. Oh, it's the Mudstale route. Level 22? Oh, I can't read. But yeah, we could theoretically use it early on. Let's see. Raticate gives defense. Araquanid gives defense. The Salazzle gives special defense. And the Lurantis gives speed. Honestly, I don't think it's necessary at all. Maybe we could get the TM as a backup, but I don't know. Oh, you know what? Maybe it could help with like the Totem Mimikyu fight or the Vikavolt fight, because those fights have Omni Boosts, and it'd be awesome to steal an Omni Boost. But yeah, I think Mimikyu's going to be pretty rough. We're going to need to look at that especially. Let's see. I think we'll use all of our candies before Lusamine. So our moveset is going to consist of All Mine Psychic, Focus Blast, probably Shadow Ball too. Yeah, Psychic, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball. You need Rock Tomb and Bulldoze and a 2-hit with Shadow Ball. We'll take a look at it. Anyway, what we can do here is, as we set up Calm Minds, she's going to set up Cosmic Power. But then the problem is, things are going to get out of control. Like, theoretically, like, if it went for 1 Cosmic Power, it effectively cancels out our Calm Minds. But if we had 0 set up with Calm Mind, then by default, Psychic would only do like a third. And we don't get any Poison or Steel moves. Dude, this thing gets a lot of stuff, man. I mean, we're definitely going to need to get Recover to, like, stall out the Clefable. I just don't see an alternative to taking that thing down. I bet Mewtwo can't even make it past the first gym till 50? Nah, very funny. Nice joke. Interestingly enough, we could use Bulk Up, theoretically, for some fights. Psyshock to bypass the special defense. Well, Cosmic Power is still going to boost the defense, but you're right, actually. Let's try it out. Yeah, if we used 1 Calm Mind, and it uses 1 Cosmic Power, Psyshock is still going to do a lot. But if we get lucky and she doesn't use a turn 1 Cosmic Power, like she used Moonblast or something, we one-shot. Okay, so I think in terms of the Totem fights and the Kahuna fights, I think the ones we really need to plan out are Nanu and Mimikyu. Probably Hapu as well. Actually, I think Hapu might be easy, because we could actually just use the Air Balloon strat. Where if we have the Air Balloon, her Dugtrio will not go for Earthquake, but it has Sucker Punch and Iron Head. And if Sucker Punch does more damage to us, which it should because we're weak to Dark, it will only go for Focus Punch, so we could set up Calm Mind for free. And then we could sweep the whole rest of her team with a mix of Psychic and Energy Ball. You know what? I don't think we need to plan Hapu. I think she's going to be pretty easy. Oh, Shadow, forgot to say this earlier, but thank you for the 9 months. Yep, Mewtwo run recommended by you. Air Balloon would need 2 Calm Minds. Yeah, 2 sounds like enough. Yeah, I think Nanu and Mimikyu need planning, so let's start with Mimikyu. That's +2. Alright, so let's assume for this fight we're level 35. Seems like a safe assumption. And our moveset would be... what would our moveset be like at 35? I mean, we will have Psychic by that point. I think our moveset would consist of... Psychic... Charge Beam... Shadow Ball... and... Bulldoze. Can we learn Bulldoze? We can learn Bulldoze. Okay. I think Bulldoze is easier to get than Rock Tomb, plus it's more accurate. So I think what we would have to do is... look at that, 61 to 74. Thing is, I don't think it'd be a good idea to use Psych Up right away because that gives the Mimikyu an extra turn. I just don't think Psych Up is the right call here. So I think what we need to do is hold Expert Belt. Bulldoze does 18 to 21. So at the lowest roll possible, it would still survive a Bulldoze and a Shadow Ball. But if we get the higher roll, it'd need to do at least 80% damage. Shadow Ball would need to do at least 80% damage, and this at least 20. That's gonna be kind of rough, actually. Hold on. What if we let it use the turn 1 Mimic, and we use Charge Beam to break the substitute and get a special attack boost? That would be enough to one-shot Mimikyu. But the problem is, we would need the turn 1 Mimic, and then Shadow Claw would hit us for 3/4 of our health, and then we'll knock out the Mimikyu, and that gives us time to knock out Haunter. So I think that's going to have to be our strat. Alright. Nanu. I think Nanu's going to be the last fight we plan about. I mean, there is obviously the Golisopod using First Impression on the Guzma fights, but I think I've showed off plenty of times just buying the Protect TM just completely breaks his team, because his Golisopod cannot do his best strat on you. Sadly, we can't use Unnerve because for Will-O-Wisp you need Machamp. I'm confused. What are you talking about? Okay, looking at Nanu here, let's assume 38. With, actually, will Adrenaline Orb be needed? Abso-frickin-lutely. To burn the Mimikyu. Oh, right. Wait, that Mimikyu has a Lumberry. Oh, you're saying with Unnerve it would prevent... Oh, okay. But wait, there's a problem with that. It doesn't break the substitutes. That gives it an extra chance to attack. I just don't think it's a good idea giving it an extra potential turn to Shadow Claw. Alright, so I think Sableye right here. We're gonna get the +1 on the Krokorok with Adrenaline. So, with the Adrenaline Orb, so that'll be good. So yeah, that's not a good range on the Sableye. I think what we need to do is hit it with a Charge Beam, get to +1, and then after the... Let's see, if we assume Charge Beam does 28%, Shadow Ball would not do enough from there. That's actually a concern. That is actually kind of a problem. And then we would need something for Krokorok. If only Hidden Power Fairy was a thing. We can't get Energy Ball yet. I don't know how good Grass Knot would be on a Krokorok. Let me look. Ooh, Grass Knot does one-shot that at +1. That's good. Then the problem is... Wait, does Sableye use physical moves? Special moves. Ew. That's bad. We can't even use bulk up strats. Let's try Hidden Power Bug on the Persian. Ooh, Hidden Power Bug at +1 one-shots. That's good. And then Hidden Power Bug one-shots the Krokorok. But then the problem is, one Charge Beam followed by a Shadow Ball just won't cut it. It just won't. So let's see, we'll get hit with a fake out. We go for charge beam. It'll hit us with shadow ball, but if we go for another charge beam, it's going to kill us. Could brick break do good? Let's see. Not even close. Plus, intimidate's going to be up as well. So honestly, the hardest thing on this fight is legitimately the Sableye. The thing is, it's only weak to Fairy, and Mewtwo somehow doesn't get a Fairy move. Oh, it'd be really funny if Miracle Eye was used there. That'd be so funny. But then again, I don't think it would really work that well. Where's Miracle Eye? Oh, I just realized there's an Omni Boost button here. I think Miracle Eye just hits the opponent for neutral. Wait. Yeah, we're doing Mewtwo because Shadow Trait wanted this run as a member-suggested run for her since she's a member. Yeah, I'm not sure where the button is for... I think it would turn it into neutral damage, so I'll just turn this thing into a ghost type. The problem is, though, we'd have to use Miracle Eye, then Charge Beam, then Shadow Ball, and we're gonna die because of that. What do we do about that thing? Looking. Only Charge Beam did more damage. What about Light Screen? Where's the Light Screen, TM? Here. Oh, we could get that, actually. So, I guess our moveset, we need Hidden Power Bug for sure. We need Charge Beam. Light Screen. And, some other move that doesn't really matter. Oh, no, we still need Shadow Ball. HP Bug, Charge Beam, Light Screen, Shadow Ball with Adrenaline Orb. So what the plan would be is turn 1, we have to use a Light Screen. Let's have Light Screen up. Light Screen. And then it'll go for Fake Out, we go for Light Screen, Shadow Ball does 25 to 29%. Then we go for 1 Charge Beam, we have to get +1. And then it'll go for another Shadow Ball. And the 2 Shadow Balls would put us at like half health remaining. Probably 60% of our health gone because of the Fake Out. We could survive a 3rd Shadow Ball easily. So I think the plan from there is to... Actually, wait. 40? Ooh, look at that. Charge Beam. Wait, no, the first Charge Beam is going to do 26 to 31. So if we assume 28%, 28 plus 63. Yeah, that won't be enough. So with the Light Screen, we'll be able to just spam Shadow Ball. Use 2 Shadow Balls. We'll live at low health, but it doesn't matter because with the Adrenaline Orb boosting our speed, I've tended to notice he almost always sends out his Krokorok second, unless we're using like a water type or something. It'll boost our speed, and Hidden Power Bug destroys. What's my favorite island? Actually, I think it's Pawnee Island. I think Pawnee Island's my favorite. My least favorite is Melee. The island's just too bare bones. It's literally 50% city. Alright, Hidden Power Bug, Charge Beam, Light Screen, It's actually the same center you buy Protect from. Ani's base, Ula Ula is probably your favorite. I like Ula Ula as well. It's the biggest island. It's got 2 of the big mountains on it. Of course, tutorial is your least favorite. Hey, the island is pretty small. You can explore the entire island in like 1 hour real time. Even with the cutscenes, it'll only take you an hour. I mean, there's a bunch of places you can go back to with Lapras or Sharpedo. But I don't know, those islands are still just bare bones. Route 3, such a cool place. Pretty small route. But I do like the place, yeah. Are you just saying that because that's where you can find the 1% level 8 Salamence? Is that why you're saying that? Okay, I think the Mewtwo notes are done. Yeah. Funny. Where's my controller? Here it is. Alright, so I'm going to need to open up PK Hex and change my nature. Hey John, we just finished the routing. Alright, so we're going to change from Naive to Rash. Hey John, here's an interesting question for you. Have you ever had a playthrough where you needed the Psychium Z? I think it'll be 230 or so. Oh yeah, over under. Let's see, let's take a look at our leaderboard. Our fastest Pokemon so far is a Kyogre 211. There is no way Mewtwo comes close to that. Psychic types are not that great. Mewtwo is going to be held back because of it. But our highest ranked Psychic type was Lunala with a time of 302. I think Mewtwo's going to do a lot better than that. It had to do a lot of training for the normal trial. I'm thinking probably around Simisage to Incineroar territory. I'm going to go 238 to 242. I did Kyogre because John Calibro requested it. He's a YouTube member and he wanted to see Kyogre, so I'm like, okay. But maybe I'll do Groudon and Kyogre one of these, and Rayquaza one of these days. We'll see. I mean, when I randomly rolled Simisage, I did the other 2 monkeys at the same time. Yeah, the Rattata is going to be a slight issue. Well, yeah, it's either delete the PP or just get level 8. Wow, 21 viewers already and I haven't even started. Okay, better make the poll. What time will I beat Kukui at? Under 238, 238 to 242, over 242. Oh shoot, I gotta not just change my nature, but I need to change my hidden power typing. Iron Leaf Green's on the Switch is rated E10 plus because of simulated gambling. I actually saw something on the internet about it. Apparently, there was some sort of loophole to where they could release it and not change the ratings. Since they re-released the games as is with absolutely zero changes, it would be grandfathered into the new rating system. So that way, it'll keep its old rating because literally nothing had changed. But if they did change something about it, it would have to get a completely new rating. That's just what I've seen. Yours was bug. Ours is also going to be bug. I just put it as dark as a placeholder. But yeah, speaking of which, is anyone looking forward to Fire and Leaf Green being on the Switch? I never talked about it on stream because I always just viewed it as just one of those leaks. Most of them end up being false, and even if they're true, I'm pissed off the surprise was ruined. But I can talk about it now because it's real. I actually already ordered Leaf Green version. I won't play it on stream, but I think me and my brother will just play. We'll like battle and trade just like we could never do because we never had the actual hardware. Yeah, it's officially confirmed. You can look on Pokemon's YouTube channel. But I will say though, stay off of X/Twitter. Stay off of there. Oh my god, I lost so many brain cells. If any of you follow me on there, you'll see all of my reposts and replies to other people. Oh man. If Home and Deoxys are available, then I will get it. Yeah, Masters, I actually saw your comment under there. It got a surprisingly amount of likes. That's how I was able to see it. I hope they do what they did with Crystal and make some of those events, like, permanently in the game. I hope so. We'll see, though. I mean, didn't Yellow version introduce a way for you to get Surfing Pikachu on the 3DS? Fundoras who makes fake leaks. I'll stay away from that. But dude, Game Freak literally did what so many Pokemon fans have wanted, is just re-releasing their older main series titles on Switch, because they re-released a lot of other titles. Like Nintendo especially, almost every Mario and Zelda game is on there. And for Pokemon, there's a few side games that are on there, but nothing from the main series. People wanted some from the main series on Switch, and when they finally got it, I could not believe how many people were complaining about it. My god. People just called it a cash grab. And I mean, yeah, it is a cash grab, because they knew people would be nostalgic for it and will buy it. But that's the good business strategy. Like, release something people actually want and charge a reasonable price. I think $20 is a pretty reasonable price. I was literally expecting $60. Knowing their history, I was expecting them to pull a Mario Galaxy 1-2 combo for like $70, but thankfully they did not do that. Oh. I mean, especially since Fire and Leaf Green were $40 when they came out in 2004. The price actually went down. I think it's a pretty reasonable price. But then, you know what I saw people talking about? But on the 3DS, it was $9.99. I'm like, okay, $9.99 for Gen 1 and Gen 2. Fire and Leaf Green was never on the 3DS. Even from the Ambassador program, it never was. But still, are people really gonna throw a fit over 10 versus 20? Are you just that poor? I understand if they did come out at 60 and people complained, I'd be like, yeah, that is pretty ridiculously overpriced. Oh yeah, speaking of the NSO, there were people who complained that it wasn't just on NSO instead, and I'm thinking, so you want to not own your save file, right? You want to not own it, right? All of those games on NSO, you don't own those games. You pay for a yearly license to play those games, and once you quit paying that license, you don't get those games anymore. It's kind of like Xbox's Game Pass, or like the PlayStation Plus, or whatever it's called. Like, but with the Fire and Leaf Green just being a purchase from the eShop as a digital game, it's a one and done. Even if the servers are down, you can still play and do all that fun stuff. But I can guarantee you, if they just released it through NSO instead, all of those people would be complaining as well. They'd be like, why didn't you just release it as a standalone? Now I'm going to have to pay $50 a year. Actually, I remember Daniel in the Sky. I remember telling one of my coworkers who's also into Pokemon, it would have been hilarious if they re-released Heart Gold Soul Silver, but charged $70 for it. Because people are going to whine their asses off, but then realize the actual cartridges are $200, and then people will just resort to piracy. Literally half of the tweets I read from people complaining were just them bragging about their emulators on their smartphones. People complain no matter what. Yeah, true. It's just the thing where hating anything Nintendo or Game Freak does just has to be a popular thing. It gets you clicks. That's why people do it. My god, dude. I actually figured people would be more excited for that. I still think most people are. I actually looked at the like to dislike ratio on the video on Pokemon's YouTube. It's like 22,000 likes, 2,000 dislikes, so pretty good, like a 90-10 split. So most normal people who aren't on social media are actually excited about it. It's just the very, very online people. It is not healthy to be online constantly. I mean, yeah, I'm streaming right now, but I was only scrolling through social media replying things for like a half hour, and I had to stop because I was getting a migraine. My goodness. But from what I've heard about the Fire Red Leaf Green thing, it will have home support. They apparently removed the description of home functionality coming soon from the eShop. They removed that text after they put it up. I don't know why they would do that. I'm thinking maybe it was a surprise, or they don't plan to do it right away, so they removed the text. But I'm quite confident, 99% sure, it will have home functionality. I've heard some people say it's going to be like, it's going to be one-way transfers, like you can only take stuff off, you can't put stuff on. I mean, that would make sense, because those are just completely different coded games. But I'm not sure. I think people are just guessing. But here's the other thing. I don't know what it was like terminally online. Exactly, that's what I meant. Here's the question. With red, blue, and yellow on the 3DS, I know they were compatible with Bank. I'm pretty sure they were the same thing too. I think you can take stuff off of red, blue, and yellow on 3DS to Bank, but you cannot put it back, right? Isn't that what they did? It's the same thing with the 3DS. They probably wouldn't let you transfer to the games just because the games had the Pokemon coded completely differently, and it would have been too much of a stress test just converting them. I don't use X or Reddit for that reason. Oh, dude, Reddit's even worse. I stay off of Reddit when I can. I often listen to Reddit podcast stories, like from r/ now and then, because it's interesting. But, dude, Reddit's even worse. Reddit is a giant cesspool. There's that whole meme of Reddit mod and Discord mods for a reason. On the Nintendo Music app, they did put Deoxys theme in there, so we'll see. Yeah, I think they will do something about the events. Maybe they'll include some sort of way for you to get it. Maybe they'll do like some sort of mystery gift or something. Who knows? There's nothing confirmed yet. Maybe they'll talk about it on Pokemon Day next week. Speaking of which, I'm still pretty excited for it. It's cheaper to spend $20 on Fire Leaf Green than $50 on an online server. I mean, there's also that argument, well, most people aren't going to be buying it specifically for that. And I'm like, you don't know that. I mean, Gen 3, it is pretty similar, yeah. I mean, wasn't that their whole physical special split thing? Because all of the Pokemon that are inside Home have, like, the physical special attributes to them. I don't know if that has something to do with it. But still, Home being one way, not the other. I think it's just speculation, but if I had to guess, most likely, you can take stuff off, but you can't put stuff on. That's my guess. It's going to be similar to the 3DS releases. I actually saw some people online saying that the game should have been $10. One person said it should only have cost $5. Like, bro, what? So, if they release Heart Gold Soul Silver, do you want them to release it for $1.99? Like some sort of low-budget, shitty-ass third-party hentai game that's on the Switch eShop for some reason? Like, my god. People are just insufferable. Just say you're not interested because you don't like Kanto. I actually saw some people questioning why even add these when the Let's Go games exist. Like, my god. Okay, I think that's enough chit-chat. We gotta start this run. I just figured since this was the thing everyone was talking about, may as well spend some time talking about it. Okay. We can talk about it more as we play. Okay, so I saw John ask about our hidden power typing. We're going with hidden power bug for Nala specifically. And you asked why Unnerve instead of Pressure. I think Pressure is a pretty trash ability. And Unnerve will actually prevent some totems from using their berries. Like, the Wishy-Washy won't use its Citrus Berry. The Salazzle won't use its Citrus Berry. Kanto does bore me. I do agree, it is overused. Like, they had the option to re-release any of the old games. They had to choose Kanto because you can't really blame Game Freak for it. The fans just love Kanto. It's kind of like with people complaining about Game Freak always pushing Charizard and Pikachu. It's not Game Freak's fault. The fans just really love Charizard and Pikachu. Blame the fans. Oh, I refuse to shiny hunt 1 in 8,000 odds. I tried to shiny hunt Celebi in the 3DS Crystal. I just gave up and just caught it normally. It's in my Pokemon home right now, actually. Okay, let's just get started. 3, 2, 1. Wait. I gotta make sure it's daytime for that balloon. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. 9 a.m. A go. You know what? I have no idea why whenever some sort of new or old new release of a Pokemon game comes out, there's just always people who feel like they have to go on social media and berate the people who actually want to buy and play their games. Ridiculous. Like, it really got bad when ZA came out, but I'm seeing this exact same stuff with Fire and Leaf Green now. Yeah, like no other gaming company does that. They re-release their old stuff for a new price. Like Final Fantasy did that all the time. No one complained about that, did they? Like they re-released a lot of their older titles for a fee. A lot of companies do that because their fans want to play the older stuff on the new consoles. Because oftentimes they may not have their older consoles anymore. And if you still have your Game Boy Advance and your Fire Red cartridge, and you don't need to pay the 20, good for you. Most people don't. So confusing, Sun or Moon, when you start the game. Well, John, I mentioned this before. Pokemon Moon, like, for some reason, it doesn't have that whole opposite day and nighttime thing on emulator. Like, if I put 9 a.m., it will be daytime. I do blame them for having Charizard as a Flymon instead of something from Alola like Drifblim. I mean, the champion from Galar has a Charizard. Imagine no Diamond and Pearl because we got BDSP. BDSP is better than Diamond and Pearl, I'm sorry. Diamond and Pearl were trash games. Platinum was a pretty good game, but Diamond and Pearl specifically were garbage. But I don't know if they ever would put DS releases on the Switch. I mean, no one expected them to put on N64 or GameCube, but they did. No one expected them to do Virtual Boy. It'd be cool if they did like Nintendo DS NSO or something like that. That'd be really cool. I just don't know how it would work on the Switch. For the Wii U, when they had some DS titles on there, I think they had the gamepad be the touchscreen. I'm not sure exactly how it would work on Switch. How would you play in dock mode? Plus, if you were to, like, just smush the two screens on one Switch screen, it would just look kind of ugly. It would actually be interesting to see if they announced, like, Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald, not just Fire and Leaf Green. But if I had to take a guess... they would most likely just stick to Fire and Leaf Green. But you never know. I mean, Game Freak is full of surprises. Alola in HD? What, you don't like Alola in 144p? I wonder if I have enough Confusions and Psywaves to get to level 8 without healing. I don't think we're going to get Struggle. We might actually just get Swift. Hello, El Kareem. It's so bad I wouldn't want them to use a... Okay, the AI in Diamond and Pearl's not that bad. It won't use normal moves on a Ghost type. No cool nickname. Did I not do a nickname? Oh, whoops. I meant to name it Shadow Trait because it's her member-suggested run. Well, it's a bit too late for that. Sorry, Shadow. You'll have to forgive me. It's named... What was your Mewtwo's nickname, Shadow? Oh, also, spamming Psywave isn't that bad. Starting Gen 6, they made Psywave 100% accurate. There we go. 5 Psywaves to spare. Never even needed to use Struggle. Zeta? Well, this thing is named Zeta in spirit. It would be very cool if they did the rest of Gen 3. I would say, though, if they did re-release Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I don't know if I would play it, because I still think Emerald is a heavily overrated game. It's not as good as people say it is, but I don't know. Then again, the people who complained about Fire and Leaf Green, they don't admit to be Fire Red Leaf Green haters. A lot of those people love the game. They just want to find an excuse to be mad at Game Freak for something. Oh, also, there won't be a stream tomorrow. I'm on vacation right now. But for the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, I'm actually going to be leaving my house. And I'm going to be spending 2 days going to like 15 different card shops. Checking out like all the places that the cities around me have to offer. And I even plan to stay at a hotel up there just so I can stay up there and go to more shops the next day. 4S is better because no Juan. I just think Emerald is just extremely bloated. Plus, there's the thing called the Hoenn Special. Why is it nighttime? This isn't right. Okay, hold on. Pause the thing, dude. Does this have that thing? Maybe this new version of BizHawk I'm using has that fixed. Oh, they did. So maybe that old version of BizHawk I was using had a bug. So yeah, so since this is Moon, I will have to set it to 9 PM. Okay. I'll know that for next time. Hunting for any rares in particular? I don't know what I'm hunting for. The first thing I'll be doing is I'll be going to a card show. It's actually the same card show I went to in last, what was it? When was the last one? November? Yeah, November. It's the same card show, ran by the same people. The same booths might be there. I just plan to hunt for singles that I just don't have. I actually just started making a trade binder too, and I actually have some sealed Sword and Shield booster packs that I was thinking of trading in for singles that I want, but I'm not sure. Because the Sword and Shield era packs that I have 3 Brilliant Stars packs, 1 Lost Origin, 2 Fusion Strike, 1 Chilling Rain, and I do have an Evolving Skies pack. I actually opened one of those little Professor Juniper, Professor's Research boxes I found at my card shop last year. Or it was the year before. I don't remember when I found it, but they had one on the shelf for like 40 bucks. It was before the scalping got out of hand. Again, they had one of those from the Sword and Shield era. I opened it up and it was all Sword and Shield era packs. But, the rest of those Sword and Shield packs, on average, are only like anywhere from $10 to $15 a pack, but the Evolving Skies packs are actually selling for around $40. So I think it actually makes the most sense to open all of them except the Evolving Skies pack, because I could trade the Evolving Skies pack for like probably like 5 really good cards that I want. And the thing is, it just wouldn't be worth opening because there aren't many cards you can pull from that set that would pay off for a pack. And the ones that can have such low pull rates. Like statistically speaking, you're far better off just trading the pack to some other sucker who will buy it. Because some people have a really bad gambling addiction. I mean, yeah, I buy packs too, but I'm not buying $40 packs. I mean, it is sort of like gambling. Okay, it's only gambling if you only care about the money. If you only care about flipping for a profit, then yes. If you are actually a genuine collector at heart, then it's not. Well, speaking of which, I actually opened up some of the new set, Ascended Heroes. I had 2 Elite Trainer boxes and 2 of the 3-pack check lane blisters. I did have to pay a premium for them, but that's because I bought them from local card shops instead of a place like Walmart, because obviously Walmart gets scalped out every time. I pretty much quit checking that place. Just because they never have anything, and if they ever do get anything, guess what? They're all going to be scalped out. So here's the thing. If I want some of those product and I have 2 places to get it from, either a local card shop that has to charge them at a higher price because they're a small business, they can't afford to sell them at the prices Walmart can, or B, from a guy who scalped the Walmart and is living off of whatnot in his mother's basement, I'd rather support the local business who has to pay for employees and wages. Like, I would much rather support a local business than a guy off whatnot. Like, I'm sorry. Not sorry. And the great thing is, you can actually establish, like, professional, like, relationships with them. Like, if you go there, shop frequently, chat with them, you can always convince them to, like, send you little text messages. Hey, we got some product in, we know you'd might like. That's how I was actually able to get some product. So they got some in, and they sent me a picture, so I knew to come in. I'm probably one of the only people they do that with. I've earned that right. But yeah, anyway, I opened up Ascended Heroes. I put a picture in my Discord server of the 8 best cards I pulled. The best card I pulled, I know I said it's not gambling if you don't care about flipping, but I do like to mention card values. The best card that I actually pulled from all those packs, which I think was like 25 packs total, I actually got the Mega Feraligatr EX Secret Illustration Rare, which as of the current market, which is inflated because the set is still new, is worth around 190 bucks. I also pulled an Iris's Fighting Spirit card, which is very beautiful. It's a really beautiful card. I like Iris as a character. I even got a Mega Electros Full Art card, which is really cool. but I don't really like bragging about the value of my cards when a set is this new, because if you give it 2 months, all of those prices will cut in half. It happens every time, just because more of those singles are available because people open the packs more. I mean, that's true, John, yeah. I mean, why would Moon be easier due to Brick Break? Like, even if I was facing Gumshoos, I could just use Confusion on Gumshoos. You can Brick Break Gumshoos anyway. I think you're talking about a difference between a one-shot and a two-shot. That's not really saying much. Local electronics shop near my house lets me know whenever they have a sale on random accessories. Nice. I mean, it helps that the guy who owns the card shop that I go to frequently, the guy who owns it actually used to be one of my teachers. And I'm friendly with the manager there too. Like the other thing, if that card shop is charging, like, let's say they're charging $10 more for a product than what the scalpers are charging, it's still the principle of things. I refuse to support scalpers. And then there are people who are like, ooh, scalpers. But you mentioned you shop at GameStop. Dude, GameStop is not a scalper. Do you know what scalper means? Do you really think employees at GameStop are waiting at lines at Walmart to snag all their products? That's... Dude, having to charge stuff at a higher price compared to Walmart does not make you a scalper. My god. And guess what? Last time I was up in the cities, I did decide to check out the Walmart. They had nothing. GameStop actually had a few things. Because guess what? I mentioned this with the cashier. There's no point in telling people you can just buy it at a cheaper price at Walmart if they never have anything. They never do. My god. Would you ever play in a tournament? I've always wanted to, but my local shop just sells cards. They don't actually host tournaments. There used to be a real card shop in my town, but it went out of business years ago. John, I actually started going that way because it skips the trainer with the cottony. You actually can skip 2 trainer fights if you go that way. I mean, granted, you did see me fight a random trainer. That was just an optional thing. If you have a repel, you can completely skip 2 trainer fights by going through that grass. But yeah, a lot of people just throw the word scalping without even knowing what it means. Like, for example, Target might have some grocery prices higher than Walmart. Does that mean Target is scalping their customers? No. There's a lot of different reasons why prices are different. I mean, I still 100% blame scalper culture for this method of thinking. Like, I still wish Pokemon would just print a lot more product. I've heard they've been making agreements with the companies that distribute the cards, and I've heard they even partnered with a new printing factory in North Carolina. But it's still going to take a while to see the results of that stuff. But hopefully we get to a point where there's just so much available product that even if people tried to scalp the first shipment of it, there will immediately be another shipment. But then there are people who are upset because when you print a set way too much, the value of the chase cards go down. And I'm like, so? People just want cards. Psywave, gross. I think Game Freak doesn't need to doesn't need to profit the scalpers. Well, the thing is, though, when you print a lot more product, it's harder to scalp because stuff is just readily available. The only reason people ended up buying from the scalpers is because the scalpers bought everything. Yeah, the PS5s were incredibly scalped. I remember that. Didn't that end up backfiring on the scalpers, though? I think it backfired on them because they made a lot more PS5s and the scalpers were just holding on to 10 boxes and they couldn't get rid of them. That actually happened with those Mega Charizard X EX Ultra Premium Collection boxes. Those boxes were like $240 scalper prices, market prices, when it came out. Right now it's at $160. There are scalpers who have actually been attempting to sell those boxes for below market prices because some of them have bought way too much of them during the scalping phase. That Oko with Brick Break was a 1 in 16 chance. Are you kidding? Dang. I got my Switch 2 from that one GameStop I always go to. I traded in my old Switch Lite in like 15 different games. I only had to put $300 out of my own money. They had a special going on at the time too. I literally only paid $300 for my Switch 2. $300 cash. I was able to get more of a discount because I combined it with a pre-order for ZA. They had a special going on at the time. Future Sight, gross. Yeah, when supply starts to meet demand, scalpers usually stock at a bad time and have to sell at a discount. Yeah, it's hilarious when they have to do that. Or when people scalp movie tickets. Do people even still do that anymore? I know didn't a lot of people scalp those Taylor Swift concert tickets? Or was the demand just that high? I think it was more the demand was that high, because I remember reading stories about the entire website crashing and people were stuck in line for like 17 hours and they were booted. Yeah, I do know something that some companies do is that they'll intentionally make a lower supply of their product because they know it'll get scalped and it'll cause their shelves to sell out. But you can only do that for so long till people complain, because it does start to affect your sales. Oh. Alright, I'm back. Was talking to somebody. They sold you your Switch 2 for 400 instead of 500 because the owner's a really good friend. That's nice. Was it the Mario Kart World bundle? Oh, speaking of the Switch 2, I think this is just a rumor, or if it's just a guess, but apparently the RAM shortages due to the development of AI has been so extreme. There's talks that, I think this is going to affect most console makers, including Nintendo. They might actually have to do price hikes, what I've heard. Like, I've heard the Steam Deck, not the Steam Deck, that Steam console that they're making. That apparently is going to be delayed because of the RAM shortages. They have no idea what its price is going to be. Like, I saw an article that a bunch of RAM developers, 90% of their product literally goes to their top 7 customers. It's nuts. Okay, so this is the Pokemon Center I can buy light screen at. Alright, protect and light screen. How common are those giant GameStop cards? I'm confused. What do you mean by GameStop card? Oh, also speaking of GameStops, there were actually 2 GameStops near me. There was one an hour away from me, and there was another one an hour and 20 minutes from me. The one an hour 20 minutes away from me actually went out of business a few weeks ago. They actually permanently closed. So now there's effectively just the one GameStop that I've gone to since I was young, and if I wanted to go to another nearby one, I'd have to go to the next state over. I mean, I've been to that one that closed recently a few times. I actually went there the most recently to grab one of those Maridon Coridon codes. I was glad they were still open at the time, because otherwise I would have had to gone to a nearby state to get a second code. My god, I hope they don't do code card releases ever again. But, when I went in there a few times, the place was really empty. It's a shame, too. That place was bigger than the GameStop I go to. It's just they didn't get enough customers coming in. I mean, they were in the same strip mall as a laundromat and a Dollar Tree. Not really the best place for one of those. Pokemon TCG cards. But yeah, but I don't understand what you're saying. Like, how common are the giant GameStop Pokemon cards? Like, I'm just confused what you're asking. Sorry. Then again, like, I don't know if we should be blaming Game Freak or / Nintendo for that, or if we should be blaming the scalper culture. I think it's the scalper culture, because those code cards came out the same day Phantasmal Flames came out, and all those people in line waiting to scalp those boxes. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Yeah, I should have avoided this guy. At least this will be a quick death. Okay, so careful with that guy. Yeah, people just saw the code cards had a picture of a Pokemon on it, and they're like, ooh, a Pokemon card. That was the whole logic. Oh, speaking of the whole scalper culture, they actually released some sort of limited edition physical, like, piece of merchandise to celebrate Fire and Leaf Green coming onto the Switch, and it's only available in Japan. It's a really cool looking thing, but I can guarantee you, if they released it in the US, that thing would be scalped to oblivion. It's like a little mini display of those like little glass pokeball statues with the starters inside of them, inside of a cool box. It's only being released in Japan. Okay, so I'm not going to be too worried about the dark types from here on out, because coming up ahead, I'm going to get the TM for Charge Beam. This guy doesn't have a dark type, does he? I don't think he should. The Sableye was crowned a god. There we go. Cherry berry, cherry berry. Ooh, 3 cherry berries in a row. Nice. Psyduck. Okay, I actually do not want to be training here. I will. Okay, save the game. Okay, yeah, so having Unnerve here will prevent the Wishy-Washy from using its Citrus Berry. That'll make the fight easier. Seriously, a Lomomola? Yeah, that's the reason I'm not doing solo runs on the Ultra games. I think the Rainbow Rocket episodes are going to be enough for me. Yeah, this thing doesn't really get water coverage. Ooh, that was close. I mean, even if I encountered that guy, I had Charge Beam. Wasn't a big deal. Alright, at level 22, we'll get Psych Up. I'm gonna just say no to that move. Game dev, I'm doing this because Shadow Trait wanted this as her members' only suggested run. Remember how you made me do Porygon? Yeah, this is her run she's making me do. Do I want to teach Psych Up? I could use it for the grass trial if I wanted to. But the grass trial... Well, the thing does have X-Scissor. I really should snag that speed boost. So yeah, I'll probably teach it in the place of Swift. Alright, I'm gonna get myself some speed. Porygon was pretty bad, but it really got carried with Z conversion. If you don't know what that is, if you use the Normalium Z with conversion, it not only does what conversion normally does, it also gives you an Omni boost, giving you +1 in everything. But it was still a slow run, because Porygon had to do that for almost every fight in the game. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. You know what? Should I do some Marowak training? I don't know. I don't think so. You actually don't want to aim for the Rockruff. The Rockruff, I don't know why it didn't, but most of the time it uses Protect turn 1. That's why I don't aim for it. What's the plan for the totem fight? Spam Confusion. Please don't kill me. Psych up. Yes, please. Get rid of Swift. Well, at least I got the XP from that, but holy crap, I have to go back far. I mean, I never even healed at the Battle Royale Center. Okay, I'll just enter this center in case I die again. Revenge was served. Man, I have got a lot of speedy Vs at this point. You know, if I wanted to, I could actually use Psych Up here and steal Special Attack. But I don't think that'd be necessary. There we go. One of the things I liked that the Ultra games changed is they added Mantine surfing as an alternative way of getting BP. what are we gonna do with Fire Leaf Green on the Switch 2? I pre-ordered Leaf Green. You may be wondering, why the hell would you pre-order a digital game? It's so when the game comes out, it'll just automatically download for you. You don't even have to think about it. I mean, you're gonna buy it one way or the other. May as well just get it out of the way. But, me and my brother are gonna play it together. We tried to play it together, like, back in the old days, but all we had were Nintendo DS Lites. They really couldn't do trades, if you know what I mean, so we never really felt connected with it. I think that's what a lot of people are gonna do with, like, with their friends or something. I mean, it's not gonna have online trade, which is gonna be unfortunate. I mean, it'll have local trades. Did you remember the HP up? I forgot that HP up exists. Whoops. I haven't picked that up for a long time, actually. Well, the game dev, why would you have both? I don't think you can trade with each other if they're on the same console. You would have to do it on a second console. But funnily enough, that's what a lot of people in the old days did. Would just have two consoles to trade with yourself. Yeah, John, there's an HP up behind the shopping mall. You can pick it up if you want to sell it for money. Oh yeah, I gotta teach Hidden Power Bug before this fight. So long, Brick Break. Original OLED and a Switch 2. I never owned an original Switch. I still have my OLED. It's in its box. I had a Switch Lite, but I traded it in for my Switch 2. Okay. We're on pretty good pace so far. Alright, I'm gonna psych up turn 1. Steal the speed. Interesting it didn't go for X-Scissor. There we go, that was easy. Yeah, I bought the OG Switch back in 2019 with Breath of the Wild that You never played Breath of the Wild? Dude. That's probably one of the best games ever made. I still think Tears of the Kingdom is better. It's just the more definitive version of the game, I'm sorry. It's like a black and white to black to white to kind of thing. Alright, I gotta heal up. I need potions. Oh, blackouts, John? I had one blackout that's Salazzle because of, the hiker with the Magmar damaging me ahead of time. And I had a blackout because I encountered the guy with the Sableye when my only moves were Confusion, Swift, and Brick Break. Yeah, those were my two blackouts. One of them was completely avoidable, but I encountered that guy by accident. The whole reset with the fire trial, there was just no way of avoiding it. Dude, my Nintendo account, you can actually see like how much of a certain game you've played. For Breath of the Wild, I'm pretty sure it counts the Switch 2 version as well as the original Switch 1 versions. I think it counts them under the same title. Because it says Breath of the Wild, I put in 245 hours. Legend ZA, I'm at 125. Scarlet and Violet, I'm at 150. Sword and Shield, I think, is just a little over 100. Tears of the Kingdom, I think I only put in 50? Because I only played it once. I do plan to replay Tears of the Kingdom at some point, but I'm still replaying Breath of the Wild and Switch 2 first. I pretty much put that on hold when ZA came out. Hey John, do you have a Switch? Do you plan to get Fire Red or Leaf Green? I actually don't know if you have a Switch. HP bug for the Sableye could have worked. Yeah, it would have. I just forgot to teach it. Okay, so I think while I'm in town, I'm gonna go buy the odd incense. I don't think I want bulk up, so I'm probably just gonna skip it. Nope. Odd incense. $2,000. I'm not gonna probably bother using Expert Belt here, because 2 of our Pokemon have Sturdy. Psych Up. Get rid of Hidden Power Bug. Yeah, Mewtwo can learn Bulk Up. I mean, it helps if you're using Mega Mewtwo X. My least played title is Sonic 2. Oh, you borrow your brother's Switch. Oh, okay. But yeah, just ignore what all those random haters on the internet do. It's all just rage bait. It's just yeah, also the people who are just terminally online. Oh my god. Dude! I hit myself 3 times in confusion. I just want to let you all know, in Gen 7, it's a 33% chance to hit yourself, and I just hit myself 3 times in a freaking row. This isn't the old 50% chance anymore. That was so unlucky. I'm not even saying before that. That's just ridiculous. Look, that's how that should have gone. Butt wipe. Hey, Shadow, welcome back. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and equip a Cherry Berry, actually. Brick Break. I've got Brick Break. Yeah, Mewtwo's on a very good pace so far. Being in the 50-something minute range for Olivia is usually a pace for a very good time. Maybe I should have gotten Bulk Up here. I got an idea. It's just so dumb I can't fly back to that place. Okay, I'm actually gonna do some... I'm actually gonna get Bulk Up after all. I think I'm gonna use Bulk Up and rest. I don't have a Chesto Berry, surprisingly. Get rid of Charge Beam. Shadow never did a Mewtwo run. John Calibro did. Oh. Shoot. Get rid of, yeah, I don't need Psych Up anymore. Iron Leaf Granite be compatible with XT and Gale. How were they compatible again? Like, transferring your own Pokemon? I don't think they will, and the only reason for that is those games are being played online. You're not really playing them on your own console. So I highly doubt it. Are glitch hunters and white haters the same thing? What is that supposed to mean? White hatters? I don't get what you're saying. Okay, 54-minute Olivia. That's still very good. If Mewtwo can keep up the pace in the later spots in the game, it can definitely get top 3. I don't think it'll be Kyogre, though. I think Kyogre was like 51 minutes at this point. White Hatter? The only thing I can think of with White Hatter is the KKK. I hope YouTube doesn't censor me for that. Definitely put a double L. Definitely not this. Definitely put a double T. Definitely not the same thing. Yeah, Hatter and Hater. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, so at least after this section, we'll get access to the TM for Psychic. But sadly, we won't be able to teach it for the How fight. I think How's Raichu is going to completely destroy us. I mean, you're not required to win the fight. I'm not even going to bother changing my moveset for it. I'm just going to let him kill me. I'll attempt to win the fight, though, but with only Confusion and Brick Break, I'm probably going to die. Change your moveset? I mean, I do need to get Bulk Up off my moveset. I guess I can teach Hidden Power Bug for the Raichu. Yeah, I'll do that. Because even though I don't have to win, I still want the XP. Alright, I'll reteach Charge Beam. A White Hatter is someone who finds glitches, figures out the patch, and sends 3 fixed ciders to the actual devs to help with the game. I can guarantee you, if some random person tried to patch out a Nintendo glitch, they'd send them a C&D. That's something they would do. The connectivity was trading. Just things they should include to be asking for 20. The wireless adapter to Hercules. How will they do the wireless adapter minigames? It has local play support, so I would like to think it does. I've actually never done the local minigames because we've never had the hardware for it. We played those games on our DS Lites, which didn't have any of that stuff. I don't even think it had a slot for a wireless transceiver thing. I think only the GBA SP did. Cease and desist. Yeah, Flareon's gonna... Yep. Well, I got Raichu experience at least. Okay, there's Bulldoze here, but I actually don't need it for Mimikyu. I thought I would need Bulldoze for the Mimikyu to lower its speed, but I actually don't. The plan is just Charge Beam and Shadow Ball. Psychic. Right. Wouldn't show your message. Weird. Yeah, I have it set to live chat. I remember when Zealous Pawn was upset at me using swears. I didn't see the part where he mentioned his kid was nearby him because the message never popped up in chat, and I just thought he was just complaining just because he was offended. But no, he told me later in the Discord he actually sent a message that his kid was nearby, but the message never came through on the YouTube chat. It never did. But what I'm going to do from now on, if Zealous Pawn ever comes by, I'll try to watch what I say. You know the secret of the pond? I don't know the secret of the pond. Shouldn't you want to watch what you say anyway? Dude, my stream is not targeted to 10-year-old kids, okay? I made that very clear with my my YouTube ad settings. My videos are not directed towards children. I mean, I don't do it for the sake of it. Okay, don't skip those berries. I don't need them. I think YouTube might have censored me because I didn't know what the word meant. Maybe it's because you said the word white hatters. Miracle Eye. Nope, that move's banned to level 100. I'm sorry, that move's too broken. Alright, I'm not going to buy any vitamins right now. Miracle Eye allows psychic moves to hit dark types. It removes their immunity. It's just a joke, John. It's a meme from Scott's channel. Because he played an entire playthrough with Beheeyem in Pokemon Black, and he deleted Miracle Eye early on because he didn't know what the move did, and he struggled so bad against dark types, and everyone yelled at him like, dude, why did you not teach this move? This move would have solved all your problems. And his solution was to say, oh, it's banned to level 100, that move's OP. Alright, I'm gonna go get those calciums. See how many I can afford. Okay, can I sell something for like 500 bucks? Get rid of the Quick Claw, I don't want it. Nice. There we go, 100 special attack EVs. What am I gonna do about the electric trial? We have Protect for Guzma. I did buy Protect, yes. Psychic? I did teach Psychic. Oh, you mean use it? Yeah, right. Okay. I mean, Protect isn't gonna, protect us from, what's it called? Sucker Punch. Oh, dude, that was a crit. I was at +1, by the way. +1 Psychic. That crit absolutely mattered, I'm sure. Get a fire move? I can't. The only fire move I have access to is Flame Charge, and I can't even learn it. Yeah, that was freaking lucky, dude. That was so lucky. I guess if I needed to, I could have used a Z Crystal on something. And since... Dang it. Since we're in the slow level up group, we're gonna need to pick up every rare candy. Alright, I'll need to heal up at the center and go get Protect. Get rid of Hidden Power. Yeah, there we go. Protect. Yeah, I told you, Protect just kills this guy. But on Shell Bell, I mean, there's nothing else better to hold. I mean, I'll need the Expert Bell for Mimikyu, but I guess for now I can hold the Shell Bell. Nope. Get out of here.
I don't know.
Oh, yesterday, I was doing an Archipelago, randomizer. No, I've actually started to learn some new games, including a game that was recently, made into an Archipelago randomizer. I actually tried out Pokemon Stadium on Archipelago. I had, random rentals, the movesets were random, and you had to unlock a bunch of them, and you had to, like, beat the gym leaders to do checks. So yeah, next time I do an Archipelago stream, I'll include Pokemon Stadium. Yeah, Stadium Archipelago. I've actually started learning the original Legend of Zelda, too. Okay, I am not at the minimum level 35 that I would like. But honestly, I did those... I don't know. I think it'll still be enough. Yeah, because I want level 35 with Expert Belt to use Charge Beam and Shadow Ball. But the question is, if I was level 33, would Charge Beam, Shadow Ball with Expert Belt still kill? I'll do the trainers first. I mean, I did the ranges at 35. I'm sure 33 works, I just never tested it. How do you memorize so many routes? Practice. It's literally just it, it's practice. You just gotta do the same game over and over again. Like, this is probably my 17th playthrough of Pokemon Moon. Plus, plus it's a good idea to watch other people who play these games and see if you can learn anything. Like, I know I really should watch a Sun and Moon speedrun to learn some things, but I don't have time for that. I mean, level 34, I'm sure will be okay. Okay, teach Shadow Ball in the place of Brick Break. And hold the Expert Belt. Oh, something else that's interesting with Fire and Leaf Green being put out on Switch 2. I wonder if there's going to be any differences with it when it comes to speedruns. I know with Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, when they got put onto NSO, they just made separate categories for it. Like the Switch version and the N64 version, just because there were differences. Because the Switch versions had almost no lag. Any percent glitch? Oh god. I don't think it'd be that bad, though. Alright, let's give this a try. So, my strat was use one Charge Beam, you have to hope for turn 1 Mimic or just reset, and then kill with Shadow Ball. It avoided the attack anyway, right? Yeah, if I had to guess what they're going to do with Fire and Leaf Green, they'll probably just make it a separate category. Could you still go Mimic if I'm at this low of health? Probably not. Oh, wait a minute. Shadow Ball cannot kill. Wait, Can Shadow Ball even kill at +1? But come on, give me a turn 1 Mimic. It can? Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to reset if I don't get turn 1 Mimic. Oops, I was looking at +2. Dang it. Dude, come on. Maybe I am gonna need Bulldoze. Well, no, I still need the turn 1 Mimic anyway, and I'm not getting it. But come on. I know you can use it. It's just a shame, though. There's really nothing else you could do. I mean, no point in using... I may... Dude. I mean, theoretically, I could use Quick Claw here, but then I lose the Expert Belt boost. Alright. Alright, let's look at this. It does. Let's go. Thank God. Okay, thank God that worked. Surprisingly, didn't take as many attempts as I thought. Still frustrating. I know I sold the Quick Claw, but I'm quite confident without the Expert Belt, Shadow Ball does not kill at +1. Because remember, that thing has an Omni boost too. N1, you're fired. You're bad at looking up ranges. Yeah, John, that was the key. It just has to go for turn 1 Mimic. I don't know what its chance is. It feels like a 10% chance. And I think from here, the last, like, super difficult fight is probably going to be the Nanu fight. But we actually came up with a pretty good strat for Nanu. John, without me telling you, do you remember what you did when you fought Nanu? Would Psych Up have helped there? No, because you still have to tank a Shadow Claw anyway. And if you use Psych Up, you can't break the disguise, so you have to do an extra turn. That's an extra turn for it to kill you, so no, it would not help. You would just die anyway. Alright, I'm not going to use a Repel yet. I gotta catch something. You use Psych Up for Nanu? Wait, what? Really? How would Psych Up on Nanu help you? Okay, there's actually a PP up over here. I did sell one of the PP ups, though, for money. Orin, Pecha. Dang, no Lumberry. Oh, I'll need Psyshock. I'm actually going to skip the training here. Well... maybe I should do it. Yeah, this is pretty good training after all. There's not many trainers here anyway. I'll fight him. Oh, so you use Psych Up for Mimikyu. How did that end up working for you, though? Because you would still have to get the turn 1 Mimic, And it would still take you 2 hits to break the disguise. Honestly, you kind of have to admit, Charge Beam into Shadow Ball is the better strat. Because that's 1 less turn. Just, granted, you still have to be lucky. I theoretically could have gotten the turn 1 Mimic and not even get a special attack boost. That could have happened. Yeah, Cosmog would be impossible because it only gets Splash. Bulk Up, Rest, and Psych Up. Wait, you used like a turn 1 Bulk. Did you still have to get a turn 1 Mimic? Did I get hit with Smokescreen? Psycho Cut. No. If you ever feel useless, just remember Alakazam can learn, wait. Who? Oh, Tentacool. My XP share is still on. Turn 1 Psych Up, Bulk Up, then Resto Chesto. That's a really weird set. You use the Psych Up right away, and then you would just have to use a Rest? Here's the part where it gets difficult. I mean, Mimikyu is already pretty difficult. Your cat used mean look. What does Hawlucha have to do for Mimikyu in the speedrun? Mewtwo's your real-life cat's name? Of course it is. Well, how did my Tentacool get healed? Oh, it must never have died in the battle. Is your favorite Pokemon... Wait, let me guess. Is your favorite Gumshoos? Oh, I have to fight the first one again. Cool. Gotta get that much-needed Spinnerack XP. Poison Touch. Dude. Well, alright. I'm gonna have to get the rare candy after Guzma. But yeah, normally I would get the rare candy right away, but since the Tentacool is still alive, I'm just gonna have to get it afterwards. What's your plan for Nanu? You'll see. It's a pretty good plan. Tell me what your plan was. You had to pay them for healthcare. I know, right? Those greedy bastards. They made me pay $10 for that heal. How dare they? Ow. You see, that is why you need Protect. I did not expect that to get that close to one-shotting. You did tell me? John, if you tell me ahead of time, like, how I should play something in one of these games, I'm not going to read it, okay? Like, don't even bother telling me, because if you want to help me plan, do it during the stream. I don't like planning these out before these streams ahead of time. I don't like doing that anymore. Yeah. A Z Shadow Ball and Hidden Power Bug. Z Shadow Ball, that's interesting. I told you in the What are you talking about? I told you in the comments. You asked about 5 minutes ago? No, you said I did tell you. I see what you did for Mimikyu. I had 3 resets on him. What is your plan for Nanu? I did tell you. You didn't tell me what your plan for Nanu was until just now. Well, I guess Gladion I'm dying to. Alright, I'm gonna need to pick up 1 Adrenaline Orb. You said 3 resets, but you didn't tell me what your strat was. Anyway, let's see. Light screen. Okay. Hidden Power Bug, Charge Beam. Well, I just wasted my PP ups. Okay. Light screen. Charge beam once. Twice. I only got 1 boost, didn't I? I don't think +1's gonna be enough. Quick attack. Okay, so since that thing is using... Okay. Light screen, 1 charge beam. That was the wrong move. No, it's on live chat. I don't know why the YouTube chat's been censoring stuff lately. That was fake out? Oh. There we go. Yeah, John, that was my strat. Turn 1 light screen, 1 charge beam, sweep with Shadow Ball. Yeah, the reason I went light screen is because without the light screen, the Sableye 2-shots you. So fake out, Shadow Ball, then another Shadow Ball. But honestly, light screen may not have been the right play after all. I'll explain why in a minute. My original plan was to use 2 charge beams, because I thought that would be enough, but then I realized since the Persian has fake out as well, that strat won't work. So if I'm only using 1 charge beam, there's probably no reason for light screen. So I think light screen might have just been a waste of time. Z moved the Sableye. That would have been a good idea too. It's just I needed the special attack. Like, +1 special attack does not guarantee the Persian with Hidden Power Bug. You need +1. Although, theoretically, you could use Grass Knot on the Krokorok and maybe use a Buginium Z on the Persian. That's something you could do.
I kind of would.
Oh yeah, I needed the Adrenaline Orb. I just really like using the Adrenaline Orb for Nanu because when the Krokorok activates Intimidate on you, you get a plus boost to your speed, and that allows a lot of Pokemon to outspeed that Persian. Look at it, I have 126 speed. I do not outspeed that Persian. Maybe with Jolly Nature and 100 speed EVs I could. But that would have been the only benefit of a plus speed nature for this run. John, you also had a 20% XP boost. Our runs aren't the most comparable things in the world, but you're the only other person I know that does Sun and Moon runs, so I kind of have to compare to you. Yeah, I could not get level 43, because I don't do that level boost thing. Hey, this guy missed Hypno... Oh, he hit Hypnosis. Oh, dude. He had the nerve to disable Shadow Ball. Oh, my strat worked at a minimum of 38, and that's the level I was at. Well then. Dude, I despise that muck. I probably should have unequipped my item. Whoops. Mind you, it was my 3rd ever run, so still had not worked everything. Also, the Mewtwo run did not have that because I never used it. Oh, okay. My god, that muck is awful. I only started using when Steve told me. Dude, Steve uses Pokerus in his crystal runs. And some of you might be saying, well, you do it as well. That's just... Whenever Steve does the backports, that he wanted it like that. So we just had to do it. Similar thing with like everything being shiny. Makes things more interesting though. I like the instant text speed though. Funnily enough, though, the Pokerusts in the shiny runs in Crystal actually kind of balance itself out because with all the opponents being shiny, most of the trainers actually get better stats. Blue and Red and Lance actually get worse stats, but everyone else gets better stats. Like the early game trainers that normally have like 0 DVs across the board will have 15 attack and 10 and everything else. It's kind of why the Gengar on Morty's team is actually a speed faster than in vanilla. A jolly-natured Mewtwo. Sounds like an oxymoron. Kinda does. So yeah, speaking of Pokemon Day coming up, any personal, well, I guess not really personal predictions, but like anything you wish they will announce? My number one wish is probably a remaster of Pokemon Conquest, but it's never gonna happen. It's just as likely as a Pokemon Classics edition. Either that or a remake of Sky. I mean, if neither of those get announced, I won't be upset because it's kind of expected. I would have been incredibly surprised if one of those was announced. But I think it's going to be Gen 10 champions, and I do think there is a non-zero chance that they'll actually announce other Pokemon games coming. Maybe Fire and Leaf Green was like an early teaser. That's just my guess. I still personally believe, I think the guy who runs Cerebi believes this as well, that they uploaded Fire and Leaf Green to the eShop early as a mistake. Like, they meant to release it on Pokemon Day, but they ended up releasing it early by accident. And they were just kind of forced to release the trailer, because it seems weird to, like, reveal something that big, and it's not even Pokemon Day yet. Like, it's kind of weird. Remake of Kanto again? Oh god, please no. Kanto's had way too much love. I mean, I'm happy Fire and Leaf Green are getting Switch 2 ports, or Switch ports. They're for both consoles. But we do not need another Kanto version. Ow. Uh-oh. Yep. Why have I not deposited my tentacle yet? I do think there is a non-zero chance that they will announce Gen 5 remakes. Honestly, I would kind of prefer Gen 5 remakes over Gen 10 right now. That's just my opinion. They'll not deposit it? I'll deposit it later. Okay, I really hate it when I go for Protect and it just Swords Dances turn 1 anyway. Not this early, it's still the 9th generation. I mean... how long did other generations last? I mean, Generation 7 started in 2016 and Sword and Shield was 2019. I think each generation on average probably lasts like 3 years. Generation 3 lasted 4 years. They could do what they did with BDSP and Legends Arceus. They announced 2 games at once. Like, there's always that theoretical chance that, like, Black and White remakes come out in, like... I don't know, like, the Gen 10 could come out in, like, November. And, well, then again, that was still in the new generation. If they're going to release Gen 10, that's going to be their #1 focus. BDSP and Legends Arceus was after Sword and Shield. Unless they intentionally delay Gen 10. I don't know what they'll do. I do expect them to announce Coliseum and XD on NSO. Oh, Gen 4. Gen 4 was 2006 to 2011. That was 5 years. And Scarlet and Violet came out in 2022, so we're in the 4th year right now. I just got a special attack drop. Did that thing just metronome recover? Screw you. I just got another special drop. Great. Here's the thing with, like, BDSP. BDSP's style wasn't that bad. I didn't mind the 3D chibi style. It was the way they implemented it. There's a lot of good-looking 3D chibi games out there. Like, the Link's Awakening games on Switch. That's a good-looking chibi style. It's just the way BDSP did it was not the best. Especially the following Pokemon mechanic. That game would have been better if that was never included. Alright, do I need to buy any TMs here? Focus Blast and Calm Mind. I'm gonna get Psyshock too. I don't need Thunder or Blizzard. I do plan, though, on later getting Energy Ball. Uh-oh. Okay, I need to deposit this tentacle. Uh-oh. Well, I just lost all that experience. I mean, shit. I don't even think I saved on this island. I'll just count that as a blackout and move on. Wait. Dude, deposit the goddamn thing. This tentacle is causing me too much problem. I'm releasing you. If I had remembered to get rid of that tentacle, that whole thing would never have happened. Yeah, Mewtwo just lost on all that XP. Whatever. Are you getting Energy Ball for Hapu? Yes, I am. Also, I know I didn't use a repel here. I want to fight encounters. Also, I do plan on using all of my rare candies before Lucivine. And if I don't end up at the right level for the league, I can always black out on How if I need to. I mean, I did the ranges at level 70. I actually don't think I truly need level 70. Like, I think as long as I outspeed the Lycanroc, it should be fine. Apparently Tauros can't push the block. Did you want to know what level I beat Kukui at? Sure, go ahead. Also, I saw yesterday Scott did a black and white stream. He did 3 Pokemon in one stream, yet he somehow avoided doing Behem again. Why am I running back? I can just do this. 63. I mean, all I care about is outspeeding Lycanroc. ESS Magikarp. Alright, I'm gonna need a heart scale for Psy Strike. Calm Mind, Fire Blast, Focus Blast, Psychic, Expert Belt. I did not outspeed it, but it missed a Stone Edge. Yeah, I'm going for the outspeed. Anyway, gotta go get the 2 rare candies I skipped out on. Used Fighting Him Z. Ah. You know, this run might not use any Z crystals. I have not planned out any Z crystals. I just don't think this thing needs any. Okay, let's see. There's 1 rare candy inside the canyon. So I should have 11 candies, right? 11. Yep, that's all of them. Anyway, my moveset for Hapu. Second... Alright, Psyshock. Yeah. I only used 1 Calm Mind, then it was enough. What's your plan? I think my plan was also 1 Calm Mind. But I'm surprised you had Psychic. I'm surprised you didn't go Psy Strike. Did you not have, did you not know about the heart scale at the time?
It's so weird to look at.
Do you guys... I don't know. Never mind. I was gonna say, do you guys know if 153 speed is enough to outspeed the Doug Trio? But I don't think it's gonna matter. Because I'm pretty sure it would just go for Sucker Punch anyway. I did have it, but Psychic's better unless you're going for the defense instead. Psy Strike's actually better because you can use it on Ninetales instead of Focus Blast. Oh, I forgot the air balloon. Whoops. I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll be fine. Oh well, not that big a deal. Wow, sub 2-hour Hapu. I used Fire Blast instead. It's just, if you go into the league with Psy Strike on your moveset, you only have to swap moves once. John, there's no such thing as it being better for Magnezone when it's a 2-shot anyway. I can let you know what my plan is. It's literally Psy Strike. I'm with 1 Calm Mind. Psy Strike will do the 2-shot. Also, talk to Lily again in case you get burned. Oh, it's for the burn chance? It's a minor thing. I think it's just better to just do the 2-shots so that way there's no chance of full restores. Because if you use Fire Blast to get it to 1 HP and it doesn't get the burn, he's going to burn a full restore. What I've learned with sturdy users, it's always better to use moves that are a clean 2-shot. Not like the first shot does like 85%, but like If you have a move that does 53 to 60, use that move, even if it's not the best kind of move. So if like Psychic will deal like 51 to 55% damage, just use 2 Psychics. So that way you avoid the full restore. Does Side Strike one-shot Snorlax? At plus... I think I need +1 to one-shot it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need +1. Okay. Oh, another thing with the Fire and Leaf Green thing. I saw some people saying, like, if any suckers buy this game, they are what's wrong with the fandom and why Pokemon will always release lazy ports and shitty games. And I'm like, lazy ports, huh? It's like the fan base wanted ports. I saw people complaining that all they were doing was just porting the game with no changes. That's what a lot of players wanted. They wanted to replay the originals, but a lot of them like didn't have the cartridges anymore. They don't have a Game Boy Advance. Like, if they did like a Fire Red, like HD or something, there are going to be people saying, just release the original. It'll take little effort. And if they do it, then they're like, why are they putting in little effort? It's just ridiculous. It's just hilarious at the same time, too. Alright, I plan to get Flamethrower, too. I don't think I'll use Flamethrower, but it's a just-in-case kind of thing. There's this other funny thing I saw. It doesn't have to do with people complaining about it. There are some people who think that Fire Red Leaf Green getting a port is gonna, like, crash the used Fire Red Leaf Green cartridge market. Because, like, you can buy a cartridge used for, like, 120 bucks. There are people who somehow think getting a port is gonna make those physical cartridges go down in price. That is not a thing, dude. That is not a thing. Like, you can play Earthbound on the Super Nintendo Classic or on NSO. Does that mean the original cartridge is down in price? No. The price is higher because there are people who want the actual original cartridges. And sometimes they're rare. It's just, that's hilarious. There are people who think that's how game prices work. You release a port, and then all of a sudden the price of the cartridge goes down. That makes no sense. Okay, I better use an ether. You know what's interesting, though? People were asking, like, why couldn't they have just released it physically? I would understand, like, if they had chose to release it physically, but I don't think there's a point. Fire and Leaf Green is such a small game. It's like 40 megabytes. There's no reason to do a physical release. And I'm sure even if they did, they would be completely scalped. Like, there's a reason Mario 3D All-Stars on the Switch is a $120 game. Because the game was released as a limited edition kind of thing. It was never released digitally. Up until, what was it called? Up until the Mario Galaxy ports came out on the Switch, the 3D All-Stars was the only way to play Mario Galaxy. But right now, the only thing on there that's worth playing is Mario Sunshine. I think Mario Sunshine does plan to be added to GameCube soon for NSO. And I think once that does, there's no reason to buy the 3D All-Stars. Can you trade the mons from the Switch to Gen 9? Like from Fire and Leaf Green? I think it's confirmed there is going to be home capabilities. It even said that on the eShop page, but for some reason they took that down. I think the reason they took it down was because they don't plan to do it right away, or they were supposed to keep it a surprise. I don't know why. I don't think they changed their mind on it having home functionality. I'm pretty sure it will. I just don't know why they removed the text. Protect? Yeah, it's really weird they removed that little text that mentions home capability. Maybe they were originally going to announce that in the presents, but it ended up being put in there by accident. That's my guess. But yeah, there's no need for a physical port. That's just ridiculous. Like, imagine if they made a 3DS cartridge for Pokemon Red. Like, imagine a 3DS cartridge for a 1 megabyte game. That's kind of ridiculous. Like, all those people wanting, like, a physical release of it. Like, dude, the game is so small. It does not need a physical release. At least you can purchase it as a standalone digital thing so you can actually own the game. Like, all those people who were just saying, then why not just put it on NSO? You don't own the games that are on NSO. You pay for a license to play those games. Because as soon as you stop paying those licenses, you can't play the games anymore and you lose your save data. It's kind of like Xbox Game Pass. I mean, I think that's fine for most games, but I think for Pokemon games specifically, people want to actually own their save files that their creatures are on. Like, it's not a big deal for people if they don't own their save file to Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. But for a Pokemon game, it definitely makes a lot of sense that you should be able to purchase it separately. So you can actually have control of your save file. And besides, for home functionality, it looks at save data on your Switch. Save data for your NSO playthroughs aren't saved to your Switch, they're saved to your account. Maybe they're going to, but they thought it was too hard. I don't think so. Because it was on there in the first place. If it turned out, though, that that was a lie, a lot of people are going to be pissed and demanding a refund. I can guarantee you a lot of people would be pissed. I would be pissed, because that just meant they were lying. Oh, do I still have Psyshock? Nope. Did I think just use rest? I still remember when that Clefable metronome self-destruct. But yeah, I meant to teach Psyshock for this fight because Clefable would have gone down to a Psyshock after one Calm Mind. But, whoops. And so I only have to play competitive Pokemon. I mean, sure, I also play some SNES games, but I don't really have NSO for the sake of playing older games. I think I originally purchased NSO for the sake of online play, but at one point I did upgrade to the Expanded. I think the reason I upgraded to the Expanded was to play Nintendo 64. Also, since I have 12 rare candies, I could use them right now to get level 64. Which I think might be worth it right now. Because I don't think I outspeed, Gladion's Crobat. John, do I outspeed Gladion's Crobat? Yeah, Gladion. Until they add more games to GameCube, I see no reason to upgrade. I mean, Shadow, I offered to put you on my family plan, but you said you already paid for yours, and you're like, nah, I'm good. Well, too late, John. I'll just fight him. I have 169 speed. Surely I do, right? I don't? Oh. I'll be fine. I got Shell Bell. Maybe I'm not fine. I mean, at least I got the level up, so you know what? I'm actually going to take the blackout, then use my candies. Oh, you can't until it's up. Oh, okay. What'd you miss? Most of the run. I mean, Shadow, you technically don't have to wait for it to end, because do you have one of those things where you only paid for it once and it does not auto-renew? Do you have the non-auto renewal? That was the issue? Are you sure? Because I was able to get my IRL friend onto my family plan, even though he was already paying for his own. You sure? Because I got him on. Maybe it was after he canceled it? I mean, if you don't have the auto-renewal, you may as well just let it expire. It doesn't cost you anything. Alright, Psy Strike. Alright, my moveset for the league is... Alright, so I need Focus Blast. I think I'll have Energy Ball for the Primarina first. Ice Beam? No, we don't need Ice Beam. Dude, you're really underestimating the power of Psy Strike. Check this out. +1 Psy Strike one-shots that Raichu. I mean, all of my solo runs have to take on the league by themselves. I mean, I know I had Shadow Ball, but I just wanted to show that off. Anyway, Acerola and Hala are going to be absolute jokes. Normally, I would unequip my held item for Hala, but I won't need to because Knockoff, at its very worst, only does like 40% of my health. I'm fine. How's team is weak defense-wise? Yeah, that's actually why Psy Strike is good. I'm actually... Okay, I did not expect that thing to live. Oh. Alright, I guess I'm using Psy Strike. Okay, that thing has great defense. Do not use Psy Strike on that. Okay, Acerola was actually harder than I thought. I did not expect her to survive those Shadow Balls. Okay, try that again with Hala. Hey, Lance is the GOAT, you know? I think if I keep up this pace, I might be able to beat Solgaleo's time. Not Kyogre, but definitely Solgaleo. Yeah, look at that. Psy Strike one-shots the Beware. You see, John? That's what a 100 power Psychic move does with Mewtwo's special attack. Alright, Kahili next. I need to teach Focus Blast here. Over Shadow Ball. Because I'm still going to need Energy Ball for Kahili. Or not Kahili, for Olivia. Yeah, John, you were underestimating how high Mewtwo's special attack is. It's 154. Honestly, I picked up Flamethrower because originally in my planning, I was gonna use Flamethrower in the league, but after more testing, I realized I didn't need it, but I forgot about that and still picked it up anyway. That was why I picked it up. I originally was gonna use it for Kahili, but I ended up realizing just how powerful Psy Strike was. Okay, Cherry Berry. No, not Cherry Berry. I gotta save that for Kukui. Oh, never marked Hapu's picture. Oh no, not reflect. Whatever shall I do? This is a really good time for moon standards. Really good time. That just shows you, despite psychic types being terrible, Mewtwo's just that good. Okay, Kukui. Yep. Wait, do I need Expert Belt? No, Cherry Berry. I need Cherry Berry. Yeah, Mewtwo was one of the only legendaries, despite how old the Pokemon is, for many generations, it's remained in the top tier with the new legendaries. That's just how good Mewtwo is. I mean, it's not broken compared to its Gen 1 days, but it's been able to keep up with the power creep. See, John? Psy Strike. One shot. I think in your first run, if you had taught Psy Strike, it would have been a huge deal to you. It just missed Thunderwave anyway. 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 43 seconds. 10 resets and 10 blackouts. Level 68. Yeah, the Cherry Berry was for Thunderwave. But to be fair, I did not expect the Magnezone to be last. I actually thought he would have sent that out a little earlier. Alright, long-ass credits time. It's going to take like 9 minutes to get to the game time. Yeah, this was insane. Like, Psychic types are horrible in this game. This thing had to train in the wild for the first trainer with the Rattata. But despite all that, it got a time better than Solgaleo. It was barely slower than Kyogre. You kept missing Focus Blast? My Focus Blast luck was pretty good this run. Where do I think the biggest screw-ups in this run were? I mean, Mimikyu is just an inconsistent fight no matter what. I think forgetting to deposit the Tentacool was definitely costing a lot of time. Mewtwo lost out on a bunch of great experience from an optional trainer because of the stupid Tentacool. I know that whole fight was illegitimate because I ended up defeating that trainer with Tentacool, but the thing is, that guy wasn't mandatory anyway. I never even fought the Focus Sash girl. I just view that as lost experience, so that's kind of a punishment enough. 154 special attack, 130 speed. Yeah, but it was also in the slow level up group too, and look at our starting moveset. Psywave and Confusion, Swift, Psych Up. I had no good Psychic move until the actual Psychic TM. I think I was just fortunate that Sun and Moon is pretty generous with when it gives you good TMs. Literally the second TM in the game is Brick Break. Got the under. Yeah, this Pokemon did really good. This is definitely going to be one of the best performances for a Psychic type. Can anyone think of another Psychic type that could rival Mewtwo in this game? Like, think of a Psychic type legendary. I mean, there's Latios and Latios, but their stats aren't as good as Mewtwo's. There you have the slow level up group. And besides, they'll gain an Ice weakness. And a Dragon weakness, too. Mew? Maybe. Mew is in the medium slow level up group, so it'll gain levels a lot quicker, but the main problem Mew has is its level up moveset is absolute garbage. Mine played Arceus. Sorry, I'm not British. Mine played Arceus. Honestly, Arceus I don't think would perform as well as Mewtwo. The main problem Arceus has is kind of a similar moveset problem. I don't know. Gallade? Oh, Gallade would absolutely destroy this game. Swords Dance? Wow. Okay, since the credits are rolling, I'm just going to go ahead and update this leaderboard really quick. Alright, I'm going to put these Mewtwo notes in the description.
I'm on it.
Mewtwo. Alright, so level 68, 10 resets, real time of 2 hours, 13 minutes, and 43 seconds. Honestly, this thing is probably going to get a sub 9 hour for game time. The only Pokemon I've gotten a sub 9 hour game time is Kyogre 829. But I think Mewtwo might get sub 9. Gardevoir might do well, level 49 Moonblast. Yeah, there's a bunch of different options, actually, that could rival Mewtwo. Wait, no. Wait, no. Gardevoir's in the slow level up group. So is Gallade. That's their biggest problems. Plus, Gallade is super slow. Tapu Lele is likely good. Honestly, I'm not sure if a lot of them can rival Mewtwo. Because Mewtwo also had the defense against that Mimikyu. I don't know how Meloetta would go. I've never used one. Alright guys. Did we get sub 9-hour game time? Give me your guesses. Because if we take a quick look at the leaderboard right now, if we look at the leaderboard, Mewtwo got 2nd place overall. It did better than Solgaleo, just worse than Kyogre. And Kyogre definitely had some misplays. But I think with Mewtwo, most of the resets were on Mimikyu. It just has to get lucky on Mimikyu. You think it does get sub 9 hours? Let's see. Alright, sub 9 hours? 8:47. Nice. Sub 9 hours. Sub 9 hours, I would consider a god tier game time for Moon. Nice. You know what? Let's take a look at Mew's moveset. Pound, Reflect type, Transform, Mega Punch, Metronome, Psychic. Wow, this thing still has a moveset problem by level up. My god. Level 90 Nasty Plot. But it does get every single TM in the game. I mean, at least we'll get a very early workup, but then, like, this thing would need to use, like, workup, Brick Break, Mega Punch. You know what? I've already gone through all the member-requested runs. Have I? Let me check my schedule. This is top secret information, guys. You can't see my upload schedule. Yeah, I have finished all the member runs. John, not echoed voice at the start. You don't get echoed voice until after you beat Hala. You know what? Do you guys think next week I should do Mew? I think so. I think Mew's going to be fun. Alright, so yeah, next week our moon run will be with Mew. But anyway, thank you for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. Yeah, you don't get echoed voice until after you beat Hala. Because trust me, I would have used echoed voice on Hala if I could. After the training school? No, it's not. Wait. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I was thinking of the Shell Bell. The Shell Bell next to it is after Hala. My bad. I was mixing it up with Shell Bell. Anyway. There won't be a stream tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know about the rest of the week. I'll have to make my schedule when I get back from my 2-day shopping spree. But anyway, I'll see you all next time. Bye. And also, for the video Romatisi, I'm going to finish editing it tonight. I'm halfway finished with it. I'll make sure it gets